Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today on my channel we are going to be doing a get ready with me, taking it from this and then finishing with this whole look here. This get ready with me today is also using all products from Sephora. I figured I would sit down. These are all products that I'm using and loving. A couple ideas of some products that I love from Sephora since the Sephora holiday event is going on right now and it will be ending very soon. So if you have not yet picked up your items, definitely go grab them now. So let's jump right into getting ready. Typically, one of the first things I start with before I even do my hair, which I did curl my hair a little bit today, I just did some loose curls, is my primer. This is the Murad Hydration Invisiblur Perfecting Shield Broad Spectrum SPF 30. Guys, I'm obsessed with this primer. It makes your pores, your skin, it's like amazing. I'm oily combination and this holds my makeup on all day and it just makes your skin look flawless. I love it. I'm so obsessed with it. And then I use my Kopari under eye, like Starry Eye Balm. Put a little bit of this on. Typically what I do is I put this stuff on, both of these things on, and then I let it sit while I curl my hair. I also put on my lip balm. I'm obsessed with this stuff. The Brazilian Kiss lip butter, so good. Just smells like vanilla cupcake. So I'm actually gonna let this sit for a minute and then I'll come back and do the rest. I actually had not yet put my jewelry on, so I decided to go do that. The next thing I'm doing is I always do an under eye corrector. My under eyes are very dark, but I find that a corrector really evens them out. And I apologize if you hear the dogs walking around. The pink or peach colors cancel out the blue, the darkness under the eyes. This is from BECCA. It's called like their under eye brightener. Real original, right? I love that. I took me a minute to think of that name. So you just put a little bit of this on. I do little bit by little bit and then I add up so that it doesn't crease under my eyes. And I do this before I put my foundation on. Now, everything I'm talking about today, get ready with me, is actually from Sephora. And the reason I'm doing that as well is because that they have their Beauty Insider Holiday event. If you are Rouge, you save 20%. If you are VIB, it is 15%. And if you are an insider, it is 10%. I'll tell you the dates and put all that information down below. I just use a coaster. The foundation I'm using today is Dior Forever Undercover in the color 034. I have fallen back in love with this stuff, guys. And I have been using this brush. This brush was originally, I thought, for powder, but oh my gosh, guys, it is so great with liquid too. It is just so easy to work with, so nice. It's like really densely packed, so it gets you nice coverage, but it also really blends the product in so well. I have been loving this. Bring it down my neck. I love that it has that like angle to it. Makes it so nice, so easy to work with. It really gets into all those like areas around your nose, all those areas you really want to get the coverage on. So I do go over my brows. My brows are microbladed and I do go over those with the product. Now I just take what's left on the brush and tap around the eyes. This also for me, I find helps to blend in that corrector and give me a little bit of extra coverage. It evens out my skin tone. I just really like the results I get. So, all right, adding that little bit extra that I have on there up on my forehead. That's usually my breakthrough area where my freckles and sunspots start to show through. And I just make sure I've gotten everything covered. There's really nothing left on here. I'm just kind of rubbing the brush over it. My chin where it creases, over to the ears. All right, I mean, look at that coverage. It is so, so, so nice. I have been changing a few things up. I have not been using a bronzer. I know, crazy. Then take a damp Q-tip and I just clean off any products on my brows. I know it sounds kind of counterproductive because I went over them earlier, but I find I get the best application of my foundation when I'm just kind of going all over everything, and then I can take it off anywhere that it's not working out for me, because otherwise my eyelids just look weird. I don't know. it's just how I do it. You know, everybody does something different. The next thing I have been doing is my face powder. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. It is my go-to. I use their poof, however you want to say it. And I just go through and set. I always start with my forehead first because this is the area and the T-zone that I have the most trouble and the most breakthrough on product. Like my foundation could break down the most there. Now, as I mentioned, I have not been using a bronzer. I just find as I get lighter, it just, I don't know, it's been a new thing for me. You know, you learn something new, you change it up. It's different all the time. Now I will say I do not go up under my eyes with this powder and I do not go on my eyelids with it. So I'm just really setting it into my skin. Next up, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows, Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is always a good go-to for me. Oops, I gotta turn it up. In the color Caramel. I just realized I forgot to put my eye drops in today. I think I meant to do that when I went to get my jewelry on. So the Sephora VIB sale right now through, so the actual dates, let's talk the dates then for everyone. It started on October 30th for the Rouge members that received 20% off. It started on November 3rd for all the VIB members with their 15% off. And then the 5th started the Beauty Insiders. The code for everyone to use is Holiday Fun, all caps. I have gone back to using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I bounce around between different ones, and this one just works for me. Something about it, it just feathers them out a little bit more, but it also holds them in place. I find it just works for me. Before I do the rest of my eyes, I'm gonna go put my eye drops in. Got that taken care of. Now on to the eyeshadow. I have been loving this, guys. This is a little quad from Charlotte Tilbury. It is in the Pillow Talk, which is her kind of signature thing. And I'm obsessed with this. Blue eyes, green eyes, brown eyes, hazel eyes. This is just so good. I'm gonna take a flat brush and I'm gonna go into this kind of pink shade that's up here. Tap it off, and I'm going to put this on my lid, and I'm just tapping it on and up into the crease. Not going super high, but I'm just kind of bringing it onto the lid and up into that crease. I start in the center. If you notice, that's where I put the brush down, because you're always going to get the most color where you first put that brush down. So I do that right in that area. Okay, and then I'm going to take a smaller brush and go in with this top lighter color right here, and I'm going to go right at my brow bone, and I just want to give a little bit of dimension right at that brow bone, not a lot, just enough to give you a little bit of reflection, a little bit on the inner corner as well. And then I am going to go in with this more glittery shade and put it right on the lid. I will say that this color is my least favorite in there, but I do like the look of it. I like how it gives some dimension to the eye. Then I'm going to take a fluffy brush into the darker of the colors there, a more crease brush, and I'm going in that outer corner, starting right in that outer corner, and then I bring it over and in. Windshield washer motion. And then I kind of just go back and forth. Same thing on the other side. Now, I am never going to be somebody you're going to go to for really precise makeup. I am somebody you're going to come to for everyday looks that are easy and don't require a lot of work. I mean, here's the thing, guys. I love makeup. I love playing with it. I know my foundations. The rest of it, it is just up in the air. Then I'm taking another fluffy brush and I'm not putting any product on it, and I'm just blending all of this in so that there's no harsh lines. I am not a person that likes harsh shadow lines or a lot of, like, you can tell the difference of where one color ends and one color starts. I like them to really blend in together. Now I will say when I did that, it removed a little bit of that glitter kind of color, so I'm going to just put a little bit more on my lid. Just on the lid. just to give it a little bit of something. Then the next thing I have been doing, I went back to using liquid liner. I have not used liquid liner in a long while, and I got it in brown, and I'm finding I like it so much better. So this is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in the brown color. I always shake it. I don't know. Do you need to shake it? Who knows? I have been doing just a slight wing. I go right out at the base here of my eyelid, and then in and over, and then I fill it in. Make sure you get all the way down into that lash line. And then I'm going to go all the way towards the front, into the inner corner, but I'm not going super far into that inner corner. And that I will say this, I'm not very good at the wing thing. You can tell the difference between these two eyes already though. So I kind of keep going back and forth with it until it looks the way I want it to. Mine is never like a wing. Mine is just more of a little, oh, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Mine is more of a lift. There we go. So now we're going to do the other side. I will say it is much easier to do this when you are not holding a mirror. I typically have a stationary mirror where I get ready. Which makes it much easier. I don't have the most stable of hands either. All right, so now I go back and forth and make sure that they look good and even, as close as they can. It's kind of like your eyebrows. They're never going to be twins, you know? They're going to be sisters. But I've really been enjoying this, and it does stay on very well during the day. All right, next thing I tend to go in for is my concealer. I have been using the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin 24 Hour in 3.1. You do not need much of this product, guys. Like, it's the buckfoot applicator. I do a dot or two. Like, you do not need much of this. If the Tarte Shape Tape did not work for you, did not work for me. It looked horrible. It caked into fine lines. And I will say that I don't feel as if the name of this is the best, Matte Velvet, because most people, you don't want matte under your eyes. I would say this is a very pretty finish to it. I mean, look how bright that looks. It just really, I have found, I've tried it with a sponge, I've tried it with a brush. I have found just tapping it in and moving it around to where you want it works the best. It stays amazing. It doesn't budge all day. I have a whole review on this. And I have changed up my setting. I actually went back to using Bare Minerals in the color Bisque. It's specifically for the under eyes. It's a corrector as well. Has a little bit of a pink tone to it. I just tap a little bit out. See that there? And then I just sweep it back and forth very lightly. Like, there is not much of this product, but it also helps to get rid of those fine lines. And it just, I love it. I've just been, I don't know what, something about it is just totally, I'm into it lately. Then I've been going back to this palette and back to that darker color down here. And I have actually just been going under my eyes, and I just got some in my eyes. Woo! Yeah, I did. It's hard to talk when your mouth's open like that. I make sure I connect it on that outer corner where the liner is, but I just feel like it gives me like a nice little dimension. If I'm going out at night, you know what, let's just keep going. I will put on the Marc Jacobs Fineliner, I think it's called, and I put this up on my waterline, just on the top, not on the bottom. I mean, you could put it on the bottom if you want to. Now it's funny, because for the waterline, I will use a black liner, but for a liquid liner, it just looks way too harsh on my eyes. We're gonna move on to the face and then we're going back to the eyes. So now that I've done the concealer, then I go in with my highlight. This is my all-time favorite highlight. I've had it for years. It lasts you forever. It is the Laura Mercier Baked Matte Radiance Highlighter in 01. Again, another thing that just has contradictory terms for me. Baked Matte Radiance. It's kind of like the Matte Velvet Plus. Like, which one is it? You know what I mean? And then I have been using this and loving it. The Laura Mercier blush in the color Fresco. This is a great color when you are not doing bronzer. It's great with bronzer too, but it has a little bit of sheen to it. It is like your skin tone, but better. It just adds that little bit of flush. So you see the difference between these two. See how flat this side looks and how this just adds that little bit of dimension to it without having to, in this time of year, the bronzers are just making me look very orange as I lose my coloring. Look at that, how pretty. And then I just add a little bit right up on my forehead where I would have with a bronzer. Next up, we are going to do lashes. My favorite lash curler ever, guys. This is the Surratt lash curler. It is so good, guys. It's so good. I have tried so many different lash curlers and none of them do what that one does. I have been using the Lancome Cils Booster. This is my favorite lash primer. I do use a lash serum on my lashes. I have tried all kinds of false lashes, at-home lash extensions, and I just find it's best to use a lash serum and do good mascara and good primer and a good curler. I mean, every once in a while I'll do lashes now, but it just looks so natural and so pretty, but like, I don't know when you use a good serum. My favorite serums are the New Lash and the Revitalash. I have used Latisse. It's good, but it's pretty much the same for me. Now this one is going to be a splurge. This is the Gucci mascara. This is an expensive mascara, guys. Not going to sugarcoat it. It is expensive, but it is so good, so fluttery, so pretty. If you are going to be getting a discount on it now and you had considered it, now is the time to give this a try. I've tried so many different mascaras and I love trying them all, but something brings me back to this one. Something about the brush and the formula. Even since day one. You know how sometimes with the mascara, like you'll either love it day one or you don't love it day one, but then you end up loving it. This one I have loved since day one and I can't get it off of it. It's just so good. It just like makes them so fluttery and so pretty. It really just gets into those lashes and separates them, but also coats them so well. So while that sits for a second, I'm gonna do another coat of it as I'm going to use my lip liner. This is the Estee Lauder lip liner in the color Ideal. I've been doing my lip liner a little different. I've been doing my Cupid's bow. Probably shouldn't talk while I do this. And then I do right in the center. Love it, love it, love it. And then what I do is I take the brush on the other end. I never used to do this. And I kind of blend it out. So it's still giving me that definition, but as it fades, but as any lip products fade, it's not gonna look so, you know how sometimes you just look like you have lip liner left and that's it? It's never a good look. So now I'm going in with another coat of the Gucci mascara. And this is where it like I feel like it just really volumizes them. Like, look at the difference in this. Something about it. I know. I don't want to love it this much, but it's so good. It's kind of like the Tom Ford foundation, which I'm so bummed because right now the color is just too dark for me that I have. But that is such a good foundation. I will link my review down below if you're interested in it. It is a pricey foundation, but it is so good. All right, I'm using the Estee Lauder. I don't know what the actual name of these are. The color is Burnt Raisin. It's like a liquid lipstick. It's so pretty for fall. It's like a pinky color, but it also has like a little bit, just such a nice undertone to it. I love it. I do let that sit for a minute, so I'm going to pull my hair down, then I'm going to show you this lip gloss that I've been loving lately. So I did a really loose curl on my hair today. I didn't feel like doing a lot of curl, but I just felt like that just worked today for some reason. All right, this gloss, my girl Ashley over it used to be 2 Ps and a Prada. Now it's Ash and Emily's blog. Ashley says this is the best lip gloss ever, and I picked it up recently during the friends and family sale that Sephora had. I'm obsessed with this. I forget the color name. I will put it here. It is so pretty, so moisturizing. And just like, look at that shine. Look at the difference between my top lip to my bottom. So pretty, guys. I am just in love with this. So that is it. That is my entire get ready with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you are looking to pick up any of these items during the sale, I would really appreciate it if you use any of my links down below if it's a recommendation from me. And if you have any questions on anything I can help you out with, please put them down below or message me over on Instagram, and I will try and help you as much as I possibly can. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching and sticking with me, and have a great day.